Hey, what's up, everybody? The most wanted, Penny here. Sorry, it's hard for me to get used to saying that. I keep forgetting. And I want to make a video of God saving me from the problem of lust. Um, Years ago, like not years ago, but there was like a time when I was well, we'll just pass that until I had a problem with it. I had a problem with lust for years. It started when I was a kid. I was watching just remotely just watching TV, just changing channels, and porn just popped out my screen, and I got addicted to it. That's when I was a teenager, and I've been like I had that problem for years. I stopped watching porn, thank God. I don't want to watch that anymore. God saved me from that. Like I had a desire to watch it sometimes, but God removed that thing off me. It took time. He uses time to heal people. But no, like it's not the porn that's the problem. It's the feeling of lust. That's the problem. That's the whole problem of why you watch porn and stuff like that. And I want to talk about how did God rescue me for that. There was a time that I was lusting in my mind when I was laying down in bed. And I was daydreaming, about which woman I want to get laid and stuff like that. I'm sorry about personal stuff. I know it sounds personal, but hear me out. I'm just trying to help you out to my testimony. What God did for me. I was lusting and stuff like that, and it became so bad that I was becoming prideful about it when I was daydreaming it, and I felt God was like taking I felt that He was stopping me from that. Like I felt shameful, I felt embarrassed, I felt exposed, and I felt shameful about it and guilty about it and embarrassed and shameful and stuff like that. He stopped me from that, and I felt shameful and prideful like that, but I felt shameful mostly. And that part, I think I was waiting until to that time will come so He can remove it completely. Um, Ever since that happened, eventually, like over time, I stopped thinking about lusting of women like that of pride. Um, he saved me from that. It was quite an embarrassing moment, but He did save me from that stuff over time. But I don't know why He was waiting on that time when I was really prideful about that. But I don't know how to explain it correctly. Sorry, I spitted. I don't know how to explain it correctly. And I do masturbate sometimes, but I don't lust like that. I just do it just to get everything off my system. If you have a arousal problem, if you have a problem with that stuff, you have to tell God about it. And in due time, He will do something about it. I don't know what He'll do for you, but to me, He did fix the problem. He just removed that from me over time, and I felt different. Not different, but I felt like more freer. Like I felt like the chains just got off me. And I wasn't like lusting like I used to anymore. But I still had to be careful of what I watch and stuff like that, and what gets in my head. Um, I do talk to God about it sometimes. Just keep my guard up. I gotta be careful with that. I don't trust myself, to be honest, about certain things because I keep having illusions and stuff like that. So I don't know what's real sometimes and what's fake. I don't know, but for my schizophrenia, it's quite of a challenge sometimes. It depends, but I do take my medication for that. So I still, even though I still feel normal about that, I still don't trust myself. But like I said, if God can do it for me, He can also help you with that too. You gotta talk to Him about it. Just be in your room or be alone and talk to Him. You don't have to have like a person next to you and talk to him like that. Just talk to him normally, like he's right there with you. It's just that you just can't see him. But like I say, just talk to him. And he'll find a way when there is no way. And like I said, if he can help you with that, he can help you with that too. I used to make excuses about that too in the past, but I'm glad that God took that off me, off that burden off me, and that desire off me as well, and also pride as well. With that, I'm glad He took that thing off me. And like I said, just talk to Him. Just be honest with Him, pray with Him, pray to Him, and just be honest with Him. And He will help you with that. He will take care of it, and you just had to be honest with Him. So, anyways, that's all I want to talk about. I just want to tell you the truth of what I'm going through and stuff like that. Like I said, I still masturbate sometimes just to get the thing off my system. I know being aroused is normal, but like I said, I just want the thing off my system because I don't want it to happen. I don't want that to happen to me ever again. I'm not talking about the removal. I mean the bad part. I don't want to go back to pride again or lusting again. I don't want that to happen. So I don't always do it, but there are times I do. Masturbate and stuff like that. But anyways, everyone, I just want someone to hear. I just want to give that news to people because there probably are people that needs to hear this. If they want to hear or not. So anyways, everyone, God bless you all and have a nice day.